Hello everybody, welcome to Deluxe Collectibles, and today I'm going to be doing a video on my top 10 My Hero Academia Funko Pops from 2019. I'm very excited to do this video because lately I have been binge watching My Hero Academia for the first time, and I am loving it so much. I cannot express how good this show is. If you haven't watched it, which I'm sure if you're watching this video you've seen it, but if you haven't watched it like all the way through, or at least up to date, I think it's at like season 4 right now, episode something. It's right in the middle of the season basically, I think, but right now I'm just about to finish season 3 and it's fantastic. Such a well done show. It's just amazing. So I really wanted to make this video here, so if you go on to enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like down below and also subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of my list videos or rankings or any of that cool stuff. And also just letting you know, for this video it is all of my personal opinions here, so it's nothing of course that's objective or anything. Everything here is subjective. So in the comment section down below, be sure to leave your top 10 My Hero Academia Funko Pop list as well. I'm really curious to hear how you would switch around the list here, or which ones you would add to it. But let's get started here with my honorable mentions. Alright, so for my honorable mentions, I have 4 pops here, and the first one is Tomura Shigaraki, and he is phenomenal. I really do like this pop. I think it looks very cool. It looks really weird as well, but of course if you've seen the show, which now I have, I'm very proud of that, that it would make a lot of sense here, the weird design, because he does look really weird and creepy in the show, and I really do like this one. I remember before I had seen the show, because if you didn't know, which you might not if it's like your first video on the channel, but I have been collecting the My Hero Academia pops for quite a while, but I hadn't started watching the show until recently. So when I saw this pop, I couldn't even really tell where the face was on this one because it has all the hands around it, but now that I've seen the show, I definitely understand it a lot more and have more of an appreciation for it. So I really do like this one. Then the next honorable mention is Momo Yayurozu, and I think she looks great as well. This is a really good accurate design here. I love how she has one of like her staffs there basically, or almost like a pole, because of course her quirk is creation, so I think that that's really cool. I love her hair as well. It looks fantastic. Such a great hair mold there. And then the next one here for the honorable mention is Mei Hatsume, which was a Hot Topic exclusive. I do own this one in my collection. Whenever there's one that I own in my collection, I'll make sure to let you know. Letting you know as well for this list that not every pop on it I have to own right now, but they are ones that I do plan on getting. And as well as I normally give scores for each pop out of 5 in most of my videos, but for this one I won't be, because it's my top 10 list, so you can assume that most of these would be 5 out of 5 here. But yeah, for Mei Hatsume, I think she has a fantastic design here. I love her goggles. It would be cool to get a variation where she has her goggles on. I think that would be kind of cool, but her outfit looks very well detailed there. I really love her. So then the final honorable mention here is Deku in his onesie, and I think this one's just so cute. This was one of my first My Hero Academia pops. I got in the EB Games box and it was just fantastic. I was really excited about it. It came with Endeavor as well, and they're both super cool looking pops. So yeah, some really cool honorable mentions here, but now let's move on to the official list here, starting with number 10. Alright, at number 10 here we have Hero Killer Stain, of course the person who inspired a lot of villains in the series. And don't worry about spoilers here in the video, I'm not going to really get into any plot points in it. I might hint towards some stuff if it's critical to like my thoughts on the pop, but otherwise I'll just be talking about the design here and just vaguely talking about why I like the character. So for this one, I just really like Stain. I think that he's a really great evil presence in the show, and I think his his design here is really fantastic. I love how he has his tongue out here. I think that looks really fantastic. It makes him look just super crazy here, while also looking very violent with both of those swords there, or katanas, I suppose. But I think that that looks amazing. I really love like his little like wraps coming out from the back of his head. I think that looks cool. The mold on the hair is really great. The sculpting here looks fantastic. I love his crouching position there. That's kind of what he's in when he's overlooking the city, basically. But yeah, just a really cool pop here. And now let's move on to number 9. Okay, at number 9 here we have Endeavor, the EB Games exclusive here, in Canada at least, EB Games exclusive, but I think this one looks really great here. It came in that box, and Endeavor is a pretty cool character. I can't say I'm the biggest fan of him, like I kind of have to learn more about him and get more episodes with him. I get that I've seen a bit of him. If you know where I'm at in the show, you'll kind of know where I'm at with his character, but I think that he's pretty fantastic in the show though. I think he's still a cool character, definitely design wise. This one just nails it here. I love all the flames coming around his head and even on his shoes as well. I think that looks really great. So really a big fan of this one. And now let's move on to number 8. Okay, at number 8 here we have the Son of Endeavor, and that is Todoroki. This one is the metallic exclusive, and it looks fantastic. This is a really cool one here. I think it's exclusive to Box Warehouse, which is partnered, I'm pretty sure, with Amazon.com to sell this one. I haven't seen it on Amazon.ca. I would like to pick that one up if it did come onto Amazon.ca, because I think the metallic variant of this one looks fantastic. I do have the normal version of Todoroki in my collection, but I don't have this one, and I think it would just be great to be able to pick it up. I think that it looks so cool with the metallic look on the hair especially, and then the eye as well. I think that looks fantastic. So just overall a really great design here, and the sculpting on Todoroki of course is just amazing. I love getting to see his fire side and his ice side there. I think that's really cool, representing both quirks in one. So yeah, a really great pop here. And now let's move on to number 7. Alright, at number 7 here we have Mount Lady, who is a 6-inch pop from Hot Topic, and I think this is a really fantastic one as well. I do own this in my collection. I think her outfit is more simple, but I like her character. There's a few moments in it. She's not the biggest character in the storyline, at least not in like actual role in the story, but she is very large of course in size, because she's Mount Lady, as tall as a mountain. But I think that she's just a really cool character. She has some pretty funny comedic scenes as well, and I like the horns popping out of her hair. Her hair sculpt is really fantastic as well. It's very well done, and the paint on her is also very good, at least on mine. So that's Mount Lady here, and now let's move on to number 6. Alright, at number 6 here we have Toka Yami, and this pop is fantastic. I've really been loving his character in the series, and I think that his design here in Funko Pop form has been translated really well. I love his eyes there, and I love how they added expression into them, and just his design overall looks so cool. I love dark shadow coming out of his cape there. That looks amazing. When I first got this pop, I hadn't started watching the series yet, so I didn't even know what that was, but now that I've actually seen the show, I now know the context of what that actually is, and how it's dark shadow, and how it's kind of his quirk there. So I think that that's just really great how they were able to incorporate that into his design, and I just feel like this one is a really well done pop here. But now let's move on to number 5. Alright, at number 5 here we have All For One. This one is a Big Apple Collectibles exclusive. This is the one with his battle hand there, and I think that it looks fantastic. I've now actually seen this fight in the series, and it was epic. I absolutely loved it. All For One is just super, like, just a force that you do not want to mess with. I love the design of like his kind of like life support basically on his face right there, and I think it looks really fantastic. I love the purple and the black there. It just looks great. I love it. It kind of reminds me of like Darth Vader, how he's wearing basically his life support on him. It's kind of the same idea here with All For One, and I just love the suit as well. It doesn't even look like it should match up with the actual head there, because the head just looks so crazy, but I think it's a really fantastically well done pop here. And now let's move on to number 4. Okay, at number 4 here we have All Might. This one is the metallic version from Barnes & Noble, and I chose this one over the other two because there was a glow-in-the-dark version and also just the regular common version. I'm a real sucker for metallic versions. I know some people are like, wow, I love glow-in-the-dark pops and stuff like that, but the couple of glow-in-the-dark pops that I own, I feel like they never glow that well. I know you kind of have to shine, like, I think like a black light on them sometimes to kind of make them glow a little brighter, but for me I feel like it should just glow straight out of the box as soon as obviously you put it in a darker environment. But with the metallic ones, I feel like they really shine and you can really spot them on your shelf, so I just absolutely love this design here. I think All Might looks fantastic. I love how it looks like he's about to leap into the air there. He's giving, of course, his unique smile there, of course saying I am here, and it's just fantastic. I really love this one. I think his hair looks really great here as well, and his eyebrows also. It's just a fantastic looking metallic pop here, but now let's move on to number 3. Alright, at number 3 here we have Deku, and this one is the Entertainment Earth exclusive. I really love how he looks here in his hero costume, and all using, of course, One for All there. I think that looks just really fantastic. All of the sort of like green lightning going around him, all of his power surging. I love how you can see part of that power on his actual face there. I think that's really great, and just overall it's definitely one of my favorite representations of Deku in Funko Pop form, so well done on Funko there. And now let's move on to number 2. Okay, at number 2 here we have Dabby. This one is the New York Comic Con exclusive, and it was shared with Hot Topic. And for this one, I have a quick story here. I was actually going up to see my grandma, and we went to the mall with her, and I was looking at Hot Topic, and I knew this one had come out about a week ago from when I was at my grandma's, and I managed to actually find one behind a few other pops in the wall. It took me a while because I didn't at first notice it, but then I looked and I was like, oh my goodness. It had slight box damage on the corner, but I was like, that is not going to stop me from purchasing this. This pop looks fantastic, and it was even before I had started watching the series as well, so I was just very excited to get this one. I think that the flames look so fantastic on there. I really love the look of blue flames, and then all of like the piercings on his face and around his eyes. It's just terrifying. I really love this one. He even looks like he's in more of a dynamic pose, like the flames are like blowing around like his sort of jacket there. I think it just looks amazing. Such a well done exclusive here, and My Hero Academia pop in general. So now let's move on to number 1. Alright, so at number 1 here we have the number 1 hero, and it is All Might. Now this one is the Box Lunch exclusive. Now this one is a glow-in-the-dark pop, and normally, as I said earlier, I'm not a sucker for these, but this is the only version of him in this exact mode here where he is at the end of his fight basically with All for One. And I think it's just fantastic. This one is really great here. I love his eyes. They just look so fantastic. They put so much emotion into this one. He just looks like he is ready to fight and end this, and it's really great. I also love, now that I've actually seen the episode, I love how one of his arms is a little bit larger than the other one because he's put his power into that one arm there, and then the other one's all been weakened. So I just really love that. His torn up costume, It's just a fantastic looking pop. The hair sculpt on this weakened version of All Might is really great as well. I'm kind of hoping, even though I'm more like for like new characters, and I'm even thinking of making a video on that for like characters I'd like to see in Funko form from My Hero Academia that they haven't made. But for All Might, I think it would be very cool to see a pop of him where it's half of his weakened side and then half of his powered up side. I don't know how that would look, if it would look really weird, but I know it's been shown in the actual series, and I think it would just be great to represent that in Funko form. So I'm not sure if they would ever do that, but I think it would be kind of a cool idea there. But now let's move on to my final thoughts here for the video. Alright, so in conclusion here, I think that My Hero Academia has had a fantastic year here. I only recently started watching the show about maybe a week or two ago from filming this, and it's amazing. It is such a fantastic series. I'm not a huge anime person. I've just never really gotten into it. I like certain animes and like the Studio Ghibli films and stuff like that, but this is just an amazing series. It is fantastic. The animation is so well done. The actual characters are great. The writing's fantastic. It's just amazing. And now to actually be able to connect these characters to who they are in the series is just amazing, because before, when I was collecting these, it was just for the designs of them. It wasn't for who they actually were in the series. But now that I'm actually getting to learn about these characters and see them grow and develop, it's just been so fantastic, and I'm definitely very glad that I started collecting this line, because now I'm just all in with it. It's definitely more difficult because I am in Canada and we don't get as many of the exclusives like that All Might Box Lunch exclusive. It might not come here, so I'm hoping that the price does stay down for it, because I would love to get that one. Even if it was like maybe like 25 bucks or so, I think that's definitely worth it. Just some of these are amazing. I really love the designs of them. But now I want to throw it over to all of you. Be sure to, in the comment section down below, leave your top 10 My Hero Academia Funko Pops from the year, and let me know if there's any other animes that I should check out. I'm actually nearing like catching up to My Hero Academia now. I'm in season 4, so I'm almost caught up here, and I'm really like anime hyped right now, so I really would like to check out some other series. So if you have any suggestions, be sure to leave them down below, and let me know your critiques on my list as well. Just so you know, of course, this is all subjective here. It's nothing objective. This is just my personal opinion for this list, but let me know what your list would be. And I hope you all went on to enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and also subscribe. I really appreciate the support that you provided the channel, and I will see you all next time. Always remember, keep on collecting.